Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Barcelona School of Economics Admissions Days webinar. My name is Lupe Castro. I'm the Admissions Specialist, and I'm also joined by the manager, Julie Bruno, who will be answering your questions as well. Today, we will talk you through our programs, what makes BSE unique, and how you can apply. We'll also leave some time at the end for any questions that you might have. Here is our email in case we don't have enough time to answer all the questions. And then what you can do is just drop us a line. So today, here's what we're going to cover. We'll introduce Barcelona School of Economics, who we are, what we offer. Then we'll talk about our faculty, research, and students' experiences. During the second part, we'll focus on the admissions process, requirements, applications, steps, and funding opportunities. And then again, like I've mentioned before, we'll open the floor for Q&As. So about the BSE, the Barcelona School of Economics is a leading graduate institution specializing in economics and related fields. It was created as a collaborative initiative, bringing together 4 highly respected academic units in Barcelona, which you can see here. So you have the Universidad Pompeu Fabra and the CREI, which are both based in Ciutadella campus here. And then you have the UAB and the Institut de Analyst Economics. And these are both in Bellaterra's campus, which we'll speak about later on. So the goal was to build a central hub for advanced research and graduate education in economics. And today, BSE is recognized globally for both. I'm going to talk just briefly about the faculty because you have all this information on the website. So one of our biggest strengths is our faculty. As you can see from the faculty profile, we have 146 affiliated professors. Our professors are internationally recognized researchers and experts in their fields. Many are actively involved in policy advising, research institutions, and global organizations. This means that for yourselves as students, you are learning directly from people who are shaping in the field. So the master's programs, let's have a look at what we can offer. All our master's programs are 1-year full-time programs, 60 ECTs. The program starts in September through to July, so it's 11 intensive months, and they are fully taught in English. We offer programs across 3 main areas, economics and finance, specialized economic analysis, and data science. So here you can see that each program is designed to combine strong theoretical foundations with practical applications. So here we can explain a little bit what it's like to what it's like to study at the BSE. All programs are intensive. You can expect around 50 hours of work per week. Class can be you have classes during the daytime, and then in the afternoon, you work with your fellow classmates on projects. Students are supported by an academic coordinator, your program officer, as we call them. They support you throughout the year. They help you select the elective courses that you need to choose. They also can help you if you decide to stay another year, which master might suit you. They basically hold your hand from the beginning to the end of the year. It's beyond academics. We also emphasize a networking community, and our outcome are quite strong. we have around, 96% of our students are placed in work within 6 months of graduation. Again, here we have some information on our institution, the rankings. Because we are also leading in research institutions, so we are number 1 in Spain, top 4 in Europe, and 12 worldwide. This reflects the strength of both our faculty and our academic environment. Like I mentioned before, we have 2 campuses. We operate across these 2. We have the Bellaterra campus, which is about 30 minutes from Barcelona, and hosts some specialized programs. Those students who have to be in both campuses, Ciutadella and Bellaterra, we recommend them when looking for accommodation to find accommodation near a train station. So it's easier for you to get from one campus to the other. The other campus we mentioned is the Ciutadella campus, which is where we are at the moment. It's located in the city centre and hosts most of our master's programs. We also host professional courses and summer school, where we have over 700 students participating in our summer school courses. So students benefit from both campuses. Again, here we have information of a little bit of our student profile. As you can see, around 85% of our students are international. We have the student class profile. This is a general one. So we're talking about 270 students that we have roughly every year, representing over 50 countries. The average age is 26. So we have students who come directly from their undergraduate studies, and we also have students who are taking time off work or decided to have a break and take on the masters. Students come from diverse backgrounds, so mainly economics, business, engineering, mathematics, and political science. We have available from admissions the student profile per masters. So if there's something that you're interested, let us know and we can send that to the specific program. Okay. So we're talking a little bit about our career services. We have a very strong career service department. They provide services for you throughout the whole year since you arrive basically here in September. They do one-to-one advising, they do training sessions, they have a dedicated job portal, alumni networking, mentoring programs. They organize events like career days where they invite employers that they have agreements with, and they have you spend the whole day connecting, the students spend the whole day connecting with recruiters. What career service do on the first, around the first week that you arrive to Barcelona School of Economics, what they do is they ask for your CV. They prepare a booklet, which is then sent to all the companies they have agreements with. Okay, so now we have the placement reports. I mean, you can see the results speak for themselves. Again, all this information is on the website. Around 95% of students are employed within 6 months of graduation. Graduates go on to work in over 25 countries across all different types of industries, such as consulting, finance, tech, and also public institutions. It's even though our masters is quite intensive, we do try to organize some sort of activities throughout the year. We organize social events, for example, such as sports tournaments. They do their football sala, they do cultural activities. We do skiing trips to Andorra, but I must admit that they are very, very reduced because it is an intensive master's, and you're basically here most days from Monday to Friday. But yeah, we do organize some like the Fideuà as well, which is a traditional here in Catalonia. Okay, we're going to talk a little bit now more about the admissions. So the application process, it opened already in October last year, and the deadline is the 2nd of July. All applications are done online. It's a very simple process. You have to upload all the documents in PDF format. Okay, so let's have a look. These are the documents that you need to apply. We request, sorry, let's jump here. Sorry, I jumped there. So the admissions criteria, what we look for. We look for students who have strong academic background, good quantitative skills, high GPA. We request also 2 strong reference letters. Please select someone who knows you well. We prefer the letters to be academic, but understand that if you have an academic referee and then you'd like to use, say, a reference letter for your current employer, then we also accept those as well. You will also need to upload a bachelor's degree, your proof of English proficiency. The English proficiency, it's like TOEFL, IELTS and Duolingo. TOEFL, the score of 90, IELTS is 6.5, and Duolingo 120. If you are a native speaker, then just simply upload either a copy of your passport, or if you're not native but have done your degree in English, there is no need for you to take the English test, and just simply upload proof of this, as we assume your English is good enough. Now, for the GRE is mandatory for the PhD track. I won't go too much into the PhD track because the applications are closed. These closed already on the 15th of January. But just so you know, if you are thinking of applying, say, for next year, then this is something that is mandatory, the GRE test. So, as part of your application, you'll need to submit, as I mentioned before, your transcripts. You have to submit your diploma. If you have not yet graduated, there is a document in the application portal that you need to sign and upload to your application. This document basically states that you commit to graduating before starting the master's with the BSE, and then you can proceed with your application. You have to upload your CV, your statement of purpose. Here you can talk about why you want to come to the BSE, why you want to take this particular master's, and what you plan to do after graduating. I recommend you not to talk about what you're actually currently studying, because the admissions committee will see in your grades, they'll see your transcript, so they know what you're doing. So basically, this statement of purpose is where you can take an opportunity here to sell yourselves. So the English test score as well, which is what I recommended, and as well with the reference letters. All these documents need to be uploaded in PDF format. For the reference letters, how it works is you upload all your documents up to the application portal, and then you submit your application. When you submit your application, we contact your referees by email with instructions of how to prepare the reference letters, and also a link where they have to upload this to. We have in the application, it's called the multiple options. So one advantage of applying to the BSE is that you can apply up to 3 programs at the same time. So this can increase your chances of admissions, and you may receive more than one offer. You must remember to prepare one statement of purpose for each of the masters that you are applying to. So what happens after you apply? Once your application is complete, decisions will be sent. Well, at the beginning, it usually is between 4 to 6 weeks. To be honest with you, at the stage we are now, within 1 or 2 weeks, you will receive a decision. In the same email, you are advised whether you have received any scholarship or funding. So in the same email, you are communicated at the same time. Then it's up to you. You can accept or decline your offer. And after that, if you accept your offer, you need to secure your seat. You secure your seat by uploading the reply form and paying the €1,000 fee. We recommend you that after you secure your seat and then we send you a confirmation letter, you start preparing your move to Barcelona, look into accommodation. For me, the fastest and the best option is to contact our current students. So you might be able to take over a room, or you might be able to take over an apartment, depending on your budget. The other important step for those of you who need a visa, usually a visa takes up to 2 months to be processed, so you really need to move quite fast with the visa application. But all this information will be sent to you as well by email. So, financial support. Financial aid at the BSE is awarded to applicants based on the academic merit. On average, around 36% of students receive some form of financial support. We offer 2 types, the fee waivers and scholarships. Both can be full or partial, and the admissions committee decides which aid is awarded to a student. The fee waivers consist of reductions of 175 to 25 of the tuition fee, where the scholarships, they're different from the fee waivers because they are sponsored by external bodies such as banks and private institutions. Applicants, again, can be offered a full or partial scholarships. You don't need to apply directly to the funding, as all candidates are considered when applying. However, the earlier you apply, the more chances you have of receiving some sort of funding. So here are our details. This is our telephone number, and this is our email that you can also find on the website. And we are now open for questions. So thank you very much. And please feel free to ask anything about any doubts or any the application process or student experience. Any questions? Oh, I can see a question here. How recommendable is to take the GRE? Okay, so the GRE is not mandatory. Like I mentioned before, the GRE is basically for those taking the PhD because it's mandatory for them. I recommend those who feel that their grades or their quantitative part of their exams is not being strong enough to take the GRE. Please bear in mind that the GRE, from previous students who have explained that you can take up to 6 months to study for the GRE. But yeah, if you have good grades, honestly, I would not recommend taking the GRE, as you would save time and money. Okay.
Somebody raised their hand.
Okay, are the master's programs already full for the January application round? We still have spots available in all our masters. Okay, so Adriana, what are the maths requirements or recommended courses for applying? Okay, so our student backgrounds, they have quite good background in quantitative skills, in mathematics. So the admissions committee always look at someone with these sort of backgrounds. Okay, let's have a look. So, yes, Mungo, did you say 50 hours per week? Yes, it is. It's quite intensive, our master program. So it is 50 hours per week. Is that for the people on the PhD as well? Yes. You see, so the PhD, that starts off with the first year, you do the PhD track with the BSE, and then the second and third, you do this at the UPF. But yes, it's quite intensive. How is the work-life balance? Like I mentioned before, it's very intensive. So, for example, we don't recommend our students to work while pursuing our masters. But of course, that the weekend students do have time to, enjoy the city. But it is quite. I can't specify how intensive the masters are. Okay. How competitive on average are the admissions? So this is from NART. Is there a threshold which is recommended to be met? For example, NART, we don't actually have a GPA score. Obviously, the higher the better, and also it really does depend on, because it's yourself and you're applying with other students, so it's very competitive with the other students that are coming to the BSE as well. So, I strongly recommend you to apply and upload all the documents that I've requested, even documents of courses that you might have done previously, which is not something that we require, but upload this because this will help your application. Okay. So if, David, if you have been out of the school for a while and can't get academic referrals, is that a disadvantage? Not at all. Not at all, because you can get reference letters from your current employer, especially if it relates to where you're working. These we do receive them, and students are accepted as well with these. Okay, so yeah, please go ahead and apply. It's not an issue. Can I still apply even though I already have a master's in economics from another university? I would suggest you to look in our website, the syllabus, and see what subjects we cover. Because if you already have from another university, I don't see, it's like I wouldn't want you to repeat any of the course syllabus. Unless you're thinking of doing the PhD as well, then that changes completely. Then you would have to apply to the Master of Economics at the BSE. So Siko, I am Chinese. Do I have a chance to apply? We have students that come from China. We have, like I've mentioned before, 85% of our students are all international. So yes, you can apply. Okay, so Mohammed, I am currently doing a Master's in HRM in the UK, which I will finish in January 27, and want to take admissions in PhD. What will be the requirements for the PhD? Do I still need the, yes. Okay, so in your case, Mohammed, you are currently you're studying in the UK, therefore you do not need to provide us with proof of English. As for, you need to apply in October for the PhD. And the GRE, yes, you do need to do. The GRE is mandatory. It's part of our application. So yes, you have to take this. Let's see. Again, okay, that's fine. Okay, Nicolas Cruz, when do classes start? Is it necessary to take the leveling courses? Okay, everyone has to be here on the 1st of September. The first 2 weeks, we organize brush-up classes, and here is where the professors get to know you, and where they can see where you're doing well and where you might need help. During those 2 weeks in the brush-up classes, whatever results you obtain, these will not be added to your transcripts. I repeat, it's just to see how you're doing and where you're going to need help. But we do need everyone to be here by the 1st of September. Okay. Okay, so math requirements. Are you able to share the specific math requirements? I have some schools require linear algebra statistics courses. However, some schools only require calculus. I would have to get back to you on that one. But if you look on the syllabus, you can see what is required. If not, send me an email and I'll contact the director of the program. Thank you. Okay. Right, so Nart, do we have the chance to select electives from other masters? Yes, you can, as long as they don't overlap with any of your with any of the main courses that you selected on your masters, your main masters, then you can. And what we do is you need to let us know which of the elective courses you are interested in, and we have to ask permission from the directors of both masters, but your program officers will help you with this. Okay, Lamine, thank you for your message. What accounting master's programs are available? We don't do masters in accounting. We are an economics university. Okay, thank you. All right, I have another one. For the letters of reference, is it preferably that they are from professors whose courses I took, or can it be from a professor I worked with? At the end of the day, as long as select someone who knows you, you can decide. You can choose the referee who knows you well. That's what I recommend you to do. They don't have to be someone who you just had classes with. In this case, it's a professor whose course you took. Yes, you can do this and worked with. No problem at all. Okay. So, Nat, again, are there opportunities to work with professors on certain research projects as a master's student? No, not during the masters. During the masters, we don't offer any TA. You simply won't have time. Okay. Okay, so do you have any information regarding how students get on learning Spanish while they are there? Generally, do you offer Spanish lessons? No, we don't. We don't offer Spanish lessons, but your program officer has a list of Spanish institutions that you can contact, and you contact them directly and you can take classes, Spanish classes with them. Okay. Bianca, if I have poor grades in my master's program due to a health issue, how can I be competitive in applying to the PhD program? What other strengths should I have? Okay, Bianca, if you have taken any additional courses that can help improve your grade, show that you have improved your grade. In this case, for example, it's the PhD program. You have to take the GRE. If you haven't taken it, you have to take the GRE, and here you can show your strengths. In the GRE, they look at the quantitative part of this test only. Okay. Let's have a look. Miranda, is it possible to start the master's program and later continue with the PhD, or is the PhD only accessible through the PhD track? Okay, so if you want to take the PhD and you don't have a master's in economics, you have to do the PhD track with us, which is the first year, and then you go on to the second, third, fourth year with the UPF. There are some students who have a master's in economics and they contact the UPF directly, but most of the time it is redirected to the BSE and you have to take the master's with us. Hi, Siko. Yes, we still have places available. Remember that the applications close on the 2nd of July. So I recommend you to apply as soon as possible, especially if you have to look for your visas and accommodation, but we are opened until the 2nd of July. Lamin, what sort of students applying from the Gambia? Do we need the language requirements? Usually students from Gambia speak perfect English, so you don't need to provide us with proof of this. Okay. So, right, here we go. So the last question. Good afternoon. I have a question regarding the admission requirements. Would a bachelor's in commerce and marketing, as well as 3 years work experience in finance, is it possible for me to be admitting? 20% of our students come from a background which is nothing to do with economics. So, you can apply, and especially if you do have experience in finance. Okay, any more questions? Something's just come in. Do you take on students who have done an undergraduate BSE Economics degree rather than? Yes, we do. Nart, would individual research projects conducted by students give them a better shot at scholarships? Obviously, the project wouldn't be anything close to a master thesis, but simply. No, absolutely. When students apply, you'll see in the application portal that there's a field called other documents. So basically here you can upload your research project. Many students do, and this will help towards your application as well. Anything else? We still have a few minutes. Take advantage. Hello? Anything? Okay. So, después de la solicitud, ¿cuánto tiempo tarda en recibir una respuesta? Okay, Siko, once your application has been submitted, at this stage, all applications are on a rolling basis. So you will have within 1 to 2 weeks a reply. Okay. Another question? Thank you to you as well, Siko. Thank you very much. Usually, okay, so we have a question from Wisdom. What about Nigeria? Do you need English proficiency test? No, we understand that coming from Nigeria, most of your studies are in English. So no, you don't need to provide us. Okay, any more questions? Take advantage while we're online. Remember that you can always contact us by phone. We have our email and we'll be more than happy to answer your questions there as well. Okay, well, thank you very much. I hope you've enjoyed the webinar and we look forward to receiving your application. Thank you.